Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Unbiased Gear Reviews. I am very pleased to show you Reiver Guitars Kompakt 6 model. So strap in, guys. We've got a lot to go over with this guitar. First of all, let's go over the specifications. We are dealing with what looks to be a one-piece swamp ash body with a quilted maple top. We have a 5-piece flame maple and Wenge neck with a Rocklite ebony-substitute fingerboard with 24 stainless steel frets and Luminlay Inlays and side dots. As for the hardware, we are looking at a Hipshot bridge and locking clamp on the neck, and we have proprietary Reiver Guitars pickups. These are the Igneous IIs, which have ceramic magnets in them, and those are feeding a tone lifter circuit. Now we have, on the tone lifter, we've got a master volume, we have a master tone, we have a 5-way toggle, but if you pull up on the tone control, you get this mid-range circuit that has the frequency control here and the dB control here. Finally, we have a Neutrik jack here, so there again, for a nice secure connection, you have to hit the button to get it out. So Arnold, what led you to check out this new company called Reiver Guitars? Well, I'm so glad you asked, YouTube community. Reiver Guitars is the new guitar subsidiary of AC Guitars, which is based out of Scotland. AC standing for Alan Kringeen, and he decided, since he's been building basses for about 11 years now, he decided that he would start doing a guitar line. What he decided ultimately, though, was that, hey, I'm just going to start up a whole new company strictly for the guitars, leave the basses to AC Guitars. That is why this brand has the new Reiver Guitars namesake. Anyways, I met Alan at the NAMM show this year. It was really cool talking with him. He had a lot of interesting insights on guitar building, and he had a lot of interesting models on display there too. His booth was part of that boutique guitar collective group that was in Hall C, where there was like 15 or so different luthiers all showcasing stuff. He was one of the luthiers there. He had 5 different models there, including 2 of these, including this exact one. So Chad and I kept going back and forth from the booth several times that weekend, and we we ended up falling in love with Reiver Guitars number 2 and number 7. This one was number 7. Number 2 was the one that you saw in the NAMM collage video that I posted about a week or so ago. This guitar is essentially the same as it was at the NAMM show, except that Alan was cool enough to swap out the pickups because we really, really loved these pickups more. And later I'm going to show you why I am absolutely in love with these pickups. The next thing we'll go over is the build quality. I can't find a goddamn thing wrong with this. Seriously. You know that myself, my buddy Chad, my buddy Dan, we will comb over these things looking for something that is screwed up. We honestly cannot find anything wrong with this. It is beautiful. First of all, let me go over the finish because I can't even believe how awesome this finish is. It is a satin lacquer finish that has a deep purple stain over the quilted maple portion. What's really cool about this satin lacquer finish, though, is that it is the most ridiculously smooth satin finish I've ever felt. Like, think about those of you that own satin finished guitars. You know how after you've owned it for years and years and years, pretty soon that neck just gets smoother and smoother and smoother, like it's very, very nicely broken in. Yeah, well, that's what this thing feels like, brand spanking new. It is super awesome. Like I said, probably the smoothest satin finish that I've ever felt on a guitar before. The fretwork is absolutely perfect. I've gone up and down this neck looking for any sort of dead spots whatsoever. None. Can't find a thing. Also, oh my god, those fret ends. This is what a luthier should be doing. Nice, smooth fret ends. You can look at them and you can tell that they are nicely rounded off there. It's almost like the edge of the fretboard and the frets is rounded off altogether, and it is just done so perfectly. You very rarely see that from anyone these days. But Alan, wow, he really knows his shit. So as far as the playability goes, I mean, it plays really, really excellent. The upper fret access is really, really good. There's just a little bit of a bevel on the back end and also on the front end to match it that just makes it super comfortable when you're getting really high up there on the higher frets. The neck profile is a little different, but it's really, really cool, and it's very easy to get used to. Like, the very first time that I saw it, I was like, not so sure I'm gonna like that. It's got like a really tall shoulder on the bass side, but then it's like it rounds off a little bit on the treble side. A little bit of an asymmetrical profile, but honestly, after you play this thing for like a minute or two, you're not even thinking about that. It's just, oh my god, this thing is super comfortable. The armrest is also in a really, really nice location too. I'm usually noticing that my arm is not resting on the armrest when I'm playing like a Strat style instrument. That being said, here it's just in the perfect placement, and now I kind of finally see, oh my god, this is what this thing is supposed to do. It really does make it more comfortable on your wrist when you're playing. Very, very cool. Like I was mentioning earlier, the fretwork is great. You can't find any dead spots at all on this. And the jumbo frets, while they may not be for some people, to me, I'm finding them to be very, very comfortable. It's really easy to do all these really cool lead runs on this thing. So if there's anything that I can call out about the instrument, I would say it's just some personal aesthetic things. The quilted maple top with this deep purple finish on it doesn't really come through so much. It's that deep of a finish. Don't get me wrong, it does look really cool and I love the shade of purple. It would just be a little bit nicer just to have that quilt popping a little bit more. The other thing that I don't really care for myself is I don't necessarily dig this trend that I'm seeing with a lot of builders where the top wood isn't coming over the main body wood on certain beveled edges. Like here on the armrest you see. I really wish it was kind of rolled over the whole thing and the whole top was purple. I get it that that's just an aesthetic thing and it's down to personal preference, but you know, that's my personal preference. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is something I'm really excited to show you. These pickups. Holy shit, these pickups sound phenomenal. Using the Kemper, this is something that I noticed with this guitar and with these pickups. I have never had the Kemper sound more organic and just more ballsy than using this guitar. Like, all these digital profiles, yeah, they're cool, they sound great, they sound very, very usable, but there's always a little bit of inherent kind of digital fizziness in there. I'm sure there's a more appropriate name for it. I'm sure that there's an actual name for it. That's just what I'm referring to it as. There's just a little bit of zzz going on with each of the profiles that I like. That being said, here, oh my god, it's like these pickups make all the kind of cool profiles sound absolutely killer, and they make all the killer profiles sound unbe-freaking-lievable. I mean, listen to how this is. This is a Lassie Lambert profile called Mega Thrash that is usually just so blasting that I'm not really able to get much of a useful tone out of it. But listen to this thing. Sounds so sweet. As I was saying before, these are the ceramic magnet pickups, but they just sound so good. They sound so tight, but they still have a lot of warmth to them. Checking out this tone lifter circuit, let's go ahead and pull up on that. Let's just kind of set it to a nice neutral position. Hey, that sounds genty. Oh, I get it now. So this circuit isn't necessarily so much of a mid-range boost. It's more like you adjust the frequency control, but that frequency sweep goes really, really high into the treble and really, really low into the bass. Oh man, that's really cool. So in addition to that, there is also a coil tap function in here too. Very, very nice. I love it. So thank you so very much for checking out this unbiased gear review. Yeah, I'm in absolute awe with this instrument. It is definitely in probably the top 1% of guitars I have ever played. I wouldn't yet call it the best guitar I've ever played, because it's got some very stiff competition there. Like I was telling the luthier earlier today, it's literally something where the more I play this, the higher it creeps up that list. It is just an incredible instrument. It is super inspiring. For me, being that I love using my Kemper and having a guitar that seems to accentuate every awesome profile that's on there, I'm speechless. I'm in awe. I don't know where my guitar seeking journey will take me from here, but this might be the new gold standard that I have to hold everything up to. I'm dead serious. Speaking of a potential new gold standard, nice segue, asshole. This is a Samael's Oak-Aged Ale from Avery Brewing Company. It has a very high ABV of 14.2, I think. No, 16.3% alcohol by volume. Wow, this thing has a lot of kick to it. It tastes oh so good, though. I'm detecting a lot of caramel in there. It's very malty. You definitely get that kind of oak-aged kick in the face. That super kind of boozy oak-aged quality blends really, really nicely with it since it is an actual ale. You can still taste the smoothness of the ale coming through, but oh man. Whew. God damn, that's good. I need more of this. Anyways, thank you so very much. I'm going to adjourn to my bottle. Stick around for more videos to come. Thank you so very much. And remember, please check out this company, Reiver Guitars, built by AC Guitars in Scotland.